I will say about missing jokes, I've gotten so mad at my own husband for laughing too hard at Drew and then missing something that I said. And I'm like, well, now we have to rewind.
I feel like it was season 1 was just a family trying to figure out what it meant to be sort of recognizable or famous, fame adjacent overnight, and how that atmospheric change changes everything about your life. Something's better, something's more complicated. And then maybe season 2 is trying to use that notoriety to take care of yourself.
Yeah, I think season 1 is about a family discovering the inside of a world they've always felt outside of. And then season 2 is about us trying to find balance within that new environment. And generally not doing a good job of anything for all 20 of those episodes.
That was great, Mom.
Morning, boys.
Tell your mom I said hi. I love her show.
Oh my God, it's Pat.
Oh no.
I'm not the only host in the family who's killing it.
Hey, you're watching Age Net Worth Feet on E! News Digital.
And Brooke is out there scouring the nation looking for the next chase.
Which one's yours? I haven't decided yet.
I think they're just like coming out of SNL doing like bigger, shorter pieces that were sketches that were like, you don't have to ground them as hard because they're just like, you know, they exist for a few minutes and they can be as crazy or as not as crazy. Pairing that sort of with the family element and grounding it and just playing the absurd moments and having a core group to come back to, they're so good at that. Yeah, and I think like they're able to combine big comedy with smaller moments so well.
And I think as it pertains to in relationship to like the entertainment business, what's so great about the two of them is that they don't take it you can't take it too seriously, and it's really funny when people do, and so much of it is so weird. Like I'm sitting here, you know, with no pants on and like in bare feet, and I'm waiting for my fresh direct, you know what I mean? And like, so everything about what we do is vaguely dumb. And I think it's so fun to be on a show where you can make fun of it and not make fun of it, but it's sort of just front and center. That episode of the music video that's being directed by a guy who's on vacation in Hawaii because he loves money, like stuff like that is just so silly to me. And you know, Drew dating somebody who is gay baiting him because he wants to be seen is like, you know, more accessible. It's just all of these things are so funny and yeah, and real.
Yeah, I think they also do a really good job of the humor is kind of cutting sometimes, but also the characters themselves get caught up in it and have flaws that it's not just being like, look at all these other people that are crazy in this business. It's like we are too, and we're falling for it, and we're trying to use these characters' flaws are sort of like, it's not just them being like, this person's dumb. It's like, no, these characters are dumb too, and their flaws are creating these situations for them.
But we can still celebrate my children who are here because I'm equally proud of both of you. To my Care Bear, who's working so hard at becoming an actor.
I am an actor now, Mom. I'm acting.
And Brookie, my little dancing queen.
I haven't danced in 12 years.
And Lance, America's next top shoe designer.
Thank you.
Well, the tricky thing it is about auditioning for something is that you find out she's the mom before you go in, and you're kind of like, well, God, I mean, Christ on a cracker. Yeah.
It's really crazy. Like, it's not real for me. It wasn't really real until we were filming the pilot, and she was in that Dylan's candy bar jacket, like doing her thing, like inches from me, and I was just like, this is insane. To Chris and Sarah, I was like, hey, if it looks like the actor playing Carrie is a big fan of Molly Shannon, please like just tap me on the shoulder and be like, hey, wipe the smile off your face. You're supposed to be sad in this scene. I think she plays everything so real. She's never like going for a joke or like being like, this is a joke. It's like all from within the character. And I find that so sort of inspiring comedically, of how she just is the character, not playing at it. She's just very good at being like, this mom, she loves this, she believes this, you know, there's a depth to the comedy that I think is like very apparent in everything she does.
Just also her as a person, there's such an incredible purity. I leave work sometimes embodying her personality because I want to be more like her. So I'll get home feeling more upbeat, more pure. I guess purity is the best way of saying it, is that I think she's able to do that because she has such depth as a person, such understanding of, you know, what it is to be a mom, what it is to care about something, what it is to face tragedy. And so when she's got a breakdown, you know, on a plane about her husband dying because his froze to a roof, it's a funny situation, but it's funnier because it's so real for her. Her ability to do that and also simultaneously be so funny, I don't know, it just feels like a blessed quality even to have been born with, if anything. And I think what makes great comedy is an environment where you feel comfortable and excited to be, you know, talking to these people. It's the best comedy comes from genuine camaraderie, and I think that these people that we've learned so much from are just so naturally excellent at that.
Hey, you're okay. See? She agrees.
Hey, yay.
Huh, not sure that's about your butthole, but I mean, I guess kinda.
Wait, what is going on?
Hey, you're the guy from that video.
Oh, no. Sorry, I don't think so.
Yeah, the little kid's music video about his gay brother.
What?
Oh, Care, look at this. I think I found what they're talking about.
My brother's brave, my brother's wise. My brother doesn't like girls, he likes guys. He kisses men, that turns him on. And if you think that's gross, well then I think you're wrong.
Once we get ready to start shooting, they send us all 10 episodes. And Chris and Sarah send them to Drew and I, and then text us incessantly, waiting for us to say we've started reading them. And if one of us starts before the other, we're basically texting the group jokes that we saw and made us laugh. And they've been working so hard on the season without us. They are, you know, we have a big, basically hours go on where you're barely reading, mostly texting jokes back at Chris and Sarah to be like, you did a good job, this is hilarious. But getting to that point, I've done sex scenes for shows and nudity and all sorts of other things. I had never felt so intimate with another actor before in shooting that moment itself. It felt so much bigger than being nude with somebody, and I think that was what made it so special and great. And and just speaking to Josh Segarra, I think that's another guy who just comes to work as himself and has inspired his character with his own personality in a way that he's just irreplaceable and fantastic. To have the tension broken in that way, I'd never seen anything like that. I'd never read anything like that. To sort of feel like, well, we can't go all the way here, but we're going to go part of the way. I thought it was like one of the sexiest things I'd ever read.
A scene stealer from the other two for me is Jimmy Fowley, who plays one of the instigators in season 1, or the instigate in season 1, and then the property daddy in season 2. He's so funny.
Scene stealer for me for the other two is Brandon Scott Jones walking into the hospital dressed as the wife, saying he demands to see his husband. I think Brandon's incredible. And
yes, Brandon as Jocelyn, right? Is it Jocelyn, I think is her name?
Walks in with the fur coat, fully in character.
Yeah, if
everything he does.
If the other two just like if we just faded off and they just followed Jocelyn for the 3rd season, I would be like, that's a good pivot.
So fine. Easy. Charlie Grouet, who is our director of photography and also directed, I think, episode 9 or 10. Which one did he direct?
10.
He's a wonderful guy. He is a calming presence and a really good DP. He worked on a show I worked on called High Maintenance for many years. And
Yeah, he's amazing.
best.
Jill Bream is an unsung hero who does all the costumes for the show. She can like whip up an insane look for Chase in like 10 minutes just using like Velcro and
She also
saran
did
wrap.
Yeah, she also did that entire fashion show,
Yeah.
Jill's Designs.
Yeah, she is a fashion designer.
Fashion show?
Yeah.
A show that I would love to be on right now is The Gilded Age. They shoot it in New York.
Oh.
I ran into Carrie Coon on 7th Avenue recently, and I had met her years ago. She watches the other two. I mean, she's married to Tracy Letts. She's a real actress. And I yelled at her on 7th Avenue. I was like, Carrie! And we stopped, and I would literally play her footstool. I think that show is so crazy and amazing, and I just want to know everything about the insides of it. I found out recently they block shoot by room because it's so much. The set design is so crazy, and these locations are so expensive and fancy that they block shoot by room. Anyways, it's cast by Bernie Telsey, and I think I'm seeing him in a couple weeks. So I am going to pitch myself as Mrs. Russell's footstool or something. And I want to wear a costume.
I think I want to be a Langmore on Ozark, like Ruth's friend or relative. Like obviously that show's over, but I feel like something about me could exist in, you know, a trailer right on the next to a lake. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this guy has junkyard energy.